Hey, it's Rooster. Bobby Leach for the TimesWeekly.com coming to you live for cheap seats alongside my... What are you doing?
I'm teaching the Rooster how to...
You're right in the middle of our intro.
I'm teaching the Rooster how to throw the football. Man, look. Thank you, Big Tom. No, you're welcome, okay? I'm just teaching him how to throw the football. Spiral, perfect, boom. Okay?
Give somebody a black eye with that thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that's my side ball. What do you got? He's got my,
Look at this.
Got my good ball out.
Look at this. We had to go through the state finals. He goes, "Oh, would you sign my football? Would you sign my football?" You can't tell no. Okay.
I know everybody's on there.
Everybody's gonna be. I'm gonna be famous. eBay, all that stuff. Oh yeah. Okay. Who? What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's a championship football there. All right.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of you guys sitting at home right now that like to be on this championship football. And the only way you're going to do it is to get yourself in the gym. And by the way, I've been in the gym for what, the last 3 weeks? Going hard last 3 weeks, and I've seen about 10 football players.
Yeah.
That's it.
He's been going to the gym. All of a sudden, my snack thing here has gone out the window. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Well,
there you go.
You know, the snack thing. You know, it's hey, we're all getting into shape. Taking no prisoners this year, right?
Rooster, you good in the shape, taking no prisoners? I'm sure I'm gonna get in shape. I'm not taking no prisoners. I don't know what you're gonna do. All right, I gotta go.
He's gotta lose some weight.
Everybody, have a nice week. Bye. So,
hey, so how was your week, man?
Oh, wait a minute. You want to do here? Hey, it's Big Tone, everybody. I want to tell you another cheap seats, another Thursday edition. Here we are, football, basketball, Romeoville girls. Congratulations out there. That's all I got to say.
You're still in my
wrestling state championship. Only thing I'm going to talk about, Kyle the Killer Langendorfer. Okay?
Yeah, he's the only guy that actually won a state championship.
Another state championship.
Actually, there's 3 kids from Sandburg that did it too, but we'll get to that in a sec.
Another state championship for Kyle Langendorfer, 2-1. Okay, now that had to be a heck of a scrap if you're losing 2-1 by a decision. Okay? But congratulations there, big guy.
6-5.
No, it's 2-1.
No, 6-5.
Okay, 6-5, 2-1, lost by a point.
But he lost by a point. That had to be a hell of a scrap. That was probably a good scrap. At 152 pounds.
Okay, we're just all way off tangent now, aren't we?
Yeah. So, hey, well, let's talk. Well, let's get into wrestling. As long as we're talking about wrestling, the state finals took place this past weekend, and we want to congratulate a lot of area kids that not only made it down there. Some of them got a chance to wrestle for a state championship. Some of them got a chance not to, but they wrestled back and got 3rd place. And we'll start that list off with Plainfield South Miguel Silva. Wrestling at 106 pounds, Miguel finished in 2nd place. He lost a 5-1 decision, but hey, he lost a 5-1 decision in the state championship.
In the sate championship, 2nd place, that's better than 3rd place, 4th place, 6th place.
Absolutely. So kind of a dark horse there. He came out of nowhere and got it done. Also over at Lockport, Brian Rossi, wrestling at 113 pounds, finished 3rd, 9-1 decision in that victory to get that 3rd place win. So, I mean, convincingly took 3rd place.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Joliet Central, man. Joliet Central, isn't that our favorite school again?
Yeah, my favorite school. I mean, they do everything well but football, but that's going to change this year.
Yeah,
that's going to change.
That's going to change. They're going to get better at football, but congratulations to Trevon Zabala, wrestling at 120 pounds. Not too shabby. Finished 3rd in a 10-4 decision. Again, a convincing victory in that 3rd place showdown. Plainfield Central, Ryan Holzrichter. Am I saying that right?
You got me. I'm the one who can't pronounce last names. You're asking me. Holzrichter. I don't.
Holzrichter. I want to get his name right, all right? Because he did finish 3rd at 132 pounds in an 8-4 decision in the 3rd place match. And then, of course, we'll skip over him. We'll go over to the other Joliet Central stud is Sherrod Wilson at 182 pounds. He finished 3rd, but it took overtime, 3-1. That had to be a hell of a scrap there. I mean, that was a war, and sounds like he either got a reversal or he got a takedown. He got that 2 points. So congratulations, Sherrod, for finishing at 3rd place. And then,
congratulations.
And then lastly, Jordan Ellingwood, one of my all-time favorites at Plainfield Central. Jordan wrestling at 195 pounds, lost the championship match. He finished in 2nd place, losing 2-1 in overtime. I mean, both wrestlers were undefeated. Both.
Yeah, these are the two. Was that Ricky Robertson that beat them? I mean, these were the two
I mean,
studs in the weight division. So.
Yeah. So I mean, I mean, it's probably not. I don't know, man. That's the way I'd want to go out. I mean, yeah, you want to win, but hey, he wrestled for a state championship, and it didn't happen for him, but he wrestled. He wrestled there, and he's one of the area's all-time best wrestlers. But certainly at 195 pounds, he's going to have a phenomenal career. But I mean, talking about wrestling in general, I mean, now the wrestling season's over, and you got to go back to it, but. I mean, we talked last week a little bit about wrestling, the Olympics. Maybe getting rid of wrestling altogether and changing the sport. And well, I hope that's not the case, but very well could be. A lot of these wrestlers, great athletes, great football players. Because wrestling and football go hand in hand.
Yep. Sure do.
So congratulations to all the wrestlers. I also want to give a kind of a quick shout out to all the kids that got there, that got to the state tournament and didn't quite make it to the top 3 or top 4, in the state. I mean, just getting to the state tournament is, a pretty big accomplishment. I mean, you're talking about, literally thousands of wrestlers across the state.
Yeah.
And it whittles down to maybe less than 50.
Special shout out to my buddy in Romeoville, Caleb Ramos, Deshaun Hardy. You guys were there.
Naquan?
I'm sorry, Nequan.
Yeah,
Nequan Hardy.
Yeah.
Sorry, Deshaun, Nequan, I don't know. But Caleb Ramos, you're a beast.
Yeah, same thing. And I'll tell you something. I saw Naquan, in the gym. Mm-hmm. I'm on my treadmill doing my thing, and there he is. He's running. He's doing his thing. I mean, he was working hard at it, and that's what it takes. I mean, honestly, that's what it takes. Mm-hmm. You're either going to be there, and you're gonna sweat it out. And you're going to do those things. That's how you're going to get to the next level. Every one of these kids know that they got to the next level, and they're able to walk away, irregardless if they have if they got a medal or they didn't get a medal. They get to walk away knowing that they gave their best. They got pretty high up.
Yep.
A lot of kids are sitting at home eating Cheetos right now, thinking, hey, I don't have to worry about making weight this week,
Nothing wrong with eting Cheetos, but then you could grow up, be like me, and just be a dock worker. There you go.
Yeah, so you never know. Hey, but, hey, you're a popular guy, though, I hear. A lot of people around town starting to pick up on you.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, everybody around town is hey, Big Tone, hey, Big Tone, hey, Big Tone, hey, Big Tone.
My buddy in the Costco in the Brook. Special shout out to you. I'm not going to mention your name, but you were the defensive lineman, and you said you played with when Antonio Morrison and the guys, 2011. So special shout out to you. You helped me out with my car. Special shout out to that big gentleman when I walked out of the Romeoville Credit Union and said, "Hey, Big Tone, I don't know who you are, but you're big and scary." So I just kept on walking. All right.
Yeah.
But
we got to get you in the gym too, Big Tone. I mean. Big Tone is,
well,
got some big issues we got to address. We got to get you in the gym.
Well, I have to take care of some issues, physically, but after that, I'm here. I'm there.
Yeah. So, everything's gonna be okay, though, right?
Well, you never know. You never know when you might go to sleep and not wake up, but that's okay. There'll always be the rooster and could be Little Tone. But hey,
Yeah, no, that won't happen. That ain't gonna happen. I mean, that would not be right. However, we may be changing sets and maybe doing some different things because
I like it. I like it down here in the nest. It's cozy.
Yeah.
Time stands still in here.
Yeah.
Time really stands still.
Hey, maybe some new digs. Hey, there's some good places out there. I was looking at some nice places.
Mm-hmm. Where in the Brook?
Yeah, not in the Brook. I was actually going even farther. I was actually kind of like looking towards Lyle. That.
Wow.
So, okay. I mean, we got to have a pad somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got to have a place to hang. So.
When time stands still, we should have a pad.
Yeah, we will definitely have a pad. So
we'll never know what time it is because somebody didn't press the clock.
Well, hey, it's that's the general rule of thumb is let's get back to business anyhow. So let's talk a little bit about girls basketball. Girls basketball, phenomenal regional. Congratulations, like Coach Tone let it out of the bag. Romeoville, man. Congratulations for winning your first regional title since 1989.
Girls, keep the train rolling. Keep the train rolling.
First regional title since '89. And they had to beat Plainfield East, and yes, it came right down to the wire again. I mean, literally right down to the wire. It was a 1-point game with no time left. Mm-hmm. And Brianna Harris at the line she hits one, or she missed one. She missed her first shot. She missed her first free throw. She hit her second. It's a 1-point game, 7 seconds left. Plainfield East has got the ball. Get down, it looks like they're going to try and feed the ball inside, and, Kara Curry comes up with a steal and seals the win. Gets the foul, goes and hits two, and it's a, 55-52 win for Romeoville coming, overcoming again Plainfield East. Now they beat them 3 out of 4 times that they played them this year, and they had to. I mean, but it came down to the wire every single time. And Romeoville, for that regional victory, we got to give a quick shout out to, come on, Bolingbrook.
Oh man, the Brook.
Oh man, the Brook. Bolingbrook is back at it, and I know you were hoping that they'd go away. They haven't gone away.
Oh, no, I wouldn't hope the girls go away. I like the girls basketball team.
Yeah. Just the boys football team you have.
I don't got issues with nobody. I know nothing, okay? I have no issues. I'm going to be nice and sweet this year. I have no issues, no complaints,
Well, Bolingbrook has literally, I mean, they're not just beating teams, they're beating them up. I mean, dude, they're beating them up. I mean, I think that there's a little bit of a lull. Looking at their 5 losses on the year, people are kind of thinking, including us, maybe they're not as good as they've been in the past. Well, starting in the regionals, they're coming out like tougher than they've ever been. I mean, they look fantastic. They beat Yorkville for the regional championship on Friday night, 72-18. Thursday night, though, they beat Plainfield North 96-27.
72-18. Is that what?
72. They beat Yorkville 72-18.
Sweet Georgie Brown. 72-18. What were they?
They beat Plainfield North. 96-27. How do you get
96-27?
How do you get 96 points in a prep basketball game?
Holy,
it's just amazing, man. And then they beat Joliet West by a similar score, 73-28. So they're coming out, they're just bam, bam, bam. I mean, I don't even think they even have to worry about playing defense because they're running the floor so well, no one can stop them. So, Romeoville, we've had on top of the Times Weekly's all-area teams. We've had them as number 1 for a lot of the season, most of the season. But Bolingbrook band is sure making a case to say, hey, we ain't finished. We don't have Ariel Massengale, we don't have Morgan Tuck, we don't have some of the the superstars that we've had in the past, but they're becoming superstars themselves.
They had a nice returning team.
Yeah, the Aisha Bug is a guard for them. She's great. She's just a great player. It's going to take everybody on Romeoville's team to play a perfect game to beat Bolingbrook, and you got to find a way to play defense. I think that Romeoville's got an honest shot of winning this. I still think Romeoville is the best basketball team that's out there. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to win every game, but it does mean that when they got it all clicking, when Abby Smith is hitting, she's hot and hitting her shots, and Angelica Susky's coming in, hitting the 3, playing good defense, good ball handling. You got Brianna Harris, who is just, I don't know how to describe her as a forward. I guess she's a forward, but kind of a guard, as far as height goes. But I mean, she's just tough. She's tough inside. She's tough. She's physical. But when she gets in foul trouble, that leaves the door open for some mistakes for Romeoville. I mean, that's a big loss when Brianna Harris comes out the court. Kara Curry, without a doubt, one of the best basketball players in the state. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And then you bring everybody else to the picture that's on that team, and they really do have a good opportunity to beat Bolingbrook, but it's going to take an A+ effort. Maybe an A++ effort.
Where's the game at? Oswego?
Game's at Oswego.
Neutral site?
Neutral site, Tuesday night. I'm assuming the game time is going to be 6 o'clock, but then again,
who's got the better bench?
Yeah, I think Romeoville's got a pretty good bench. I got to be honest with you. I think Romeoville's bench is pretty decent. I mean, they've got some young players on that team that need to get stronger with the ball. I think the younger players, I think they're trying to, when they come on the floor, they try to do too much. And the bottom line is don't try to do anything other than play defense. Move the ball around, play defense, do the little things, because that's what a role player needs to do. When you get a Harris or a Curry or Smith out of the game, you know, whether it be foul trouble, whether it be just, hey, the coach wants to change things up a little bit. When you go to your bench has to go out there, and they got to play like you know, without making mistakes. They don't want to play not to. You don't want to play not to lose. You're out there to play to win.
But so how would you slow Bolingbrook down? I mean, they're running and gunning. How would you slow them down?
I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think, you know, I think I'm in the majority here. I think there's a lot of people that have looked at their offense and said, hey, how do we slow them down? I think it comes down to you got to play incredible one-on-one defense. I think it's got to be a man-to-man defense, and you got to be really good to play man-to-man with Bolingbrook. I mean, really good. And you got to have that endurance. You got to have the stamina to run the entire game. You know, back and forth, up and down, without losing your man. You know, and so far there's been very few teams out there that can run with Bolingbrook. Very few. Bolingbrook's got some size. They got the ability to shoot. And you know, the one thing that Bolingbrook has over Romeoville right now is this: they got a mental edge. You know, they can stand there and say, hey, you know, we're the Raiders. We look at our state championships. Look at this. Look at that. You know, I mean, they have a history about them that when they walk onto the floor, I gotta believe it's a little bit intimidating. But in this case, I think that there are at least 4 girls on that Romeoville team that I know they want a piece of Bolingbrook. I mean, you know, they grew up with this, you know, and they've always been kind of pushed to the side. And I think they're going to come out swinging. I'm telling you right now, Romeoville's going to come out swinging. Don't bet on your life that you're going to see a score of 72-18 Bolingbrook against Romeoville. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't care how good they are. I think that this is a personal game. I think there's a lot of personal stuff.
They were young last year when they played Bolingbrook, right?
Yep, they were.
Was the score close?
No.
I don't remember.
No, the score wasn't. Yeah, they blew them out. They blew them out. Score wasn't close, but last year, you know, though too, you know, Abby Smith she got fouled out pretty quick. I mean, they were calling hand checks. They were calling everything. I mean, you know, they were calling a tight game, and it took Abby mentally out of her game. You know, she started getting mad, and you could see, you know, it's just a frustration when you take somebody like the point guard off of your team and out of the game. It's going to change things. You know, Curry had a great game. It's normal, but I just think that, you know, the mentality. I think these girls are tougher mentally than they have been in the past, and I think that, you know, they're facing their demons. You know, this is it. I mean, that, you know, this is the last game that they potentially could play as a high school basketball player, and they're playing against the nemesis. I mean, they're playing against the team that has been given all the glory and all the press for the last 5 years. For as long as they can remember, you know, Bolingbrook has been a good basketball team. For as long as the current, you know, senior squad, Bolingbrook has been good. And if you live in this area, you know, and you live in Bolingbrook, you know, I mean, it's almost an assumption that, hey, we're going to the state championship. I mean, last year that didn't happen, but, you know, last year it's because they basically took, you know, Whitney Young and Bolingbrook and put them on the same side of the bracket, you know. I mean, because, you know, those were the two best teams, and that's what I thought was really crappy last year, to be honest with you. You take two great basketball teams, you put them on the same side of the bracket just so you can, you know, whatever it is, politically correct. Let's get somebody down there that's not Whitney Young and Bolingbrook. And I just last year, I still have a distaste in my mouth for that, because whoever made that bracket to me did it. I mean, they just made it so that the two best teams didn't make it into the championship. Mm-hmm. They played, you know, earlier on, and I just think that was crap. I really do. I think the two best teams should play for a championship, if at all possible. You know, sometimes you don't know, but last year it was obvious, you know, that who the best, you know, who the top two teams were, and I was at that game when Whitney Young beat Bolingbrook. You know, I'll tell you what, man, it came down the wire. I mean, Bolingbrook wasn't going away. That wasn't no gimme game for Whitney Young either. I mean, they just kept making big shot after big shot, you know, and so I don't know, and you know, Coach Julio Carrasco for Romeoville, I think he's a pretty solid coach. I think he's a really good coach. I think he's a really fired up guy. And I think he knows he's got a squad that can make a run. I think he's got that. And, you know, I don't know. I mean, I just, you know, Tony Smith over at Bolingbrook, I think he's got that confidence about him, but he's a fighter. I mean, Smith, even when they're up, I guarantee you, when they were up 96 to 27, let's just say they were up 80-14 at one point in the game. I don't know. I'm just throwing a number out there. I guarantee you he was barking out at his players. You know, they could have a 60-plus point lead, a 65-point lead, and he's going to be out there barking something out at him. So I don't know, man. I mean, I think I think it's going to come down to coaching, and it's going to come down to a player too, who's going to make the right adjustments and when. I think if you sit back in a zone against Bolingbrook, you're going to get burned. I just do. I think if you try to go into a trap, you might be able to trap them, but you got to be real quick. Your wing has got to be just super quick, and the tail. Whoever's going to be the whip of the trap, whoever's going to be the whip, they got to be just fantastically quick, and they got to be smart. And that's really tough to, maybe a 1-3-1 kind of thing would be really tough to play against Bolingbrook unless you're really athletic, unless you're really going to go, all out. You're going to have to go all out in order to do that. So, I don't know. I mean, I'll tell you what, I think without a doubt, this is definitely, for Romeoville anyhow, this is the biggest game in girls basketball history for Romeoville in recent memory. Certainly since we were, I mean, you got to go back to the 80s. And I'll be honest with you, I wasn't around Romeoville in 1989. So.
Yeah, I was in Puerto Vallarta or Puerto Rico, wherever the heck the Navy sent me.
Those are good places to go, though.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I like Romeoville. I like Romeoville for one reason: the girls. They grew up together. Freshman to senior. I mean, they saw how they lost. Okay, they're playing big bad Bolingbrook, LA. Okay, Bolingbrook, you got to give them their due. Hall of Fame pre-coach Tony Smith. All the girls, great team. But I like Romeoville. I like better bench. And they got this bigger heart. Bigger heart, and they know where they're in for. They know the fight they're in for, and they're going to go get it.
So you're taking Romeoville on this one?
Romeoville, I'm taking this one. And I'm not like the football team going, oh, maybe Romeoville. No, Romeoville, I stand with my chest out, and I'm screaming to the top of the mountain. Romeoville's going to take this one. Go, girls. You go.
I think that Romeoville's got a very good shot at winning this game, and I think that they're going to win it too, but I don't think they're going to win it for necessarily the reasons that you're probably picking them for. I'm picking them because I just think they're going to get inside Bolingbrook's head. I think once that they punch them in the mouth one time and they draw a little bit of blood, that first quarter when they get out there and they don't back down.
Nope.
And there's no run and gun. If they can pull that off in the first 6 minutes of this basketball game, Romeoville's got it. Romeoville's going to have the edge. They're going to have the mental edge, and they're going to give Bolingbrook a run for their money. And I know that Bolingbrook beat Plainfield North big, and they beat Joliet West big, and they beat Yorkville big. But that's not Romeoville. And Romeoville right now is in a groove. So I like their chances, and I think that I think if Romeoville wins, it's an upset. I mean, I'll say that. I think right now that Bolingbrook is probably the better team. They're clicking on all cylinders and everything's rolling for them right now. But I do think that if Romeoville wins, it'd be an upset. But I do think that Romeoville's got another shot of winning here. So,
I think they're going to win.
I don't know. I mean, I guess that's what. I guess that's why they have to play the games, right? You can't just show up and get a trophy. Well, unless of course you're youth baseball or youth football, you can just show up and get a trophy. But everybody else in the world, you got to
go out there and earn it.
You got to earn it.
All the girls are going to go out there and earn it.
So I don't know. So that's what we got going on this week. We're both going out there on Tuesday night.
Yeah,
right?
be there. Tuesday night's my birthday, so they're going to give me a nice present by winning.
Yep.
So Tuesday night's my birthday. I'll be there.
Yeah. So how old are you, Big Tom?
I'm old enough. old enough. I haven't hit the AARP age yet, but I'm awful close.
Yeah. Well, hey, so like I say, man, working out a little bit, and doing the whole boxing stuff again, I mean, the boxing stuff is pretty good until you get hit in the gut a few times. You get socked in the gut, don't feel very good, man.
That's all right. Boxing thing, I'll just hire somebody to go box that guy.
But maybe you and I could go and box in the ring.
Oh, that'd be fun. I
think me and Coach Tone are going to go out. Let's see who gets a black eye.
I think I could get myself up for that.
Yeah. I think we could.
Just no hard feelings when we're done. Okay,
that's no. I mean, because I don't even think the punches will go like this. I think it's just going to go boom on top of the head. Right? And he goes squirt, boom.
No hard feelings. That's all I got to say.
So, but in any event, I seen a lot of the football kids out there. There are a lot of kids that are out there lifting right now. Good for you. Of course, I think they're a little surprised that we're out there lifting too. But hey, it's football season. Football season for us, like we said, it's going to start right here in March.
He goes to Lifetime. He can afford it, being who he is. Me, I'm a poor single.
You're the one that got me to go to Lifetime to begin with.
I'm a poor single dad. All I can afford is that $19.99 a month from Charter Fitness. Oh, did I name drop?
Yeah. Hey, I'm you know, I'm going to be poor too. So.
Poor.
You know, judges don't like guys like us.
So take pity on me. I'm poor.
Yeah. So in any event, hey, we want to thank everybody. I mean, it's going to be a good football season here. We got some new news. You know, we do have a new issue of Prep Report, the magazine, that'll be coming out here. You know, for the 7-on-7s and heading into the end of the year for football. Prep Report. You know, obviously we'll cover a couple of topics here and there, different sports, but predominantly that's our football magazine, and we'll be sending out to all you coaches an email asking you to get back to us, just some general questions. And then Coach Tone, I guess we're going to have to start making our rounds out there and talking to some of these football coaches who are chomping at the bit to get back out there, just waiting for this weather to turn, get their guys back out there and start hustling a little bit. And track season's right around the corner, so you want to get your athletes, your receivers, your running backs, you want to get those guys out there running. So you know, conditioning wise, I think, you know, your current juniors that you got right now, I'm sure they're all fishing these guys into track. You know, get them into track and get them conditioned. You know, so that they can go into 7-on-7s with a little bit more, you know, oomph. You know? Yeah.
Okay.
So who's going to be the team? Who's going to be the team this year? Have you decided?
Who's going to be the team this year for what?
Football. I mean, who's your team?
To do what?
Who's your team? You got to start off with who's going to be your 2 or 3 teams that you're going to follow.
I'm going a worldwide tour. I'm seeing everybody.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm going to see everybody.
Well, we're going to Mount Carmel.
Mount Carmel.
Yeah, next Friday night.
Really?
Yeah.
We're going to be serpentining down that street, huh?
Yeah, we'll be out Mount Carmel next Friday night. Maybe Brother Rice till night after.
Oh
that,
yeah,
you know?
we'll be serpentining. You see, two.
Pulaski's not so.
You'll
bad.
be two crazy guys like us, old guys, will be serpentining like the in-laws, Alan Arkin and another guy, Peter Falk.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, we want to thank you for joining us for another issue of another week of Cheap Seats. And any final words of wisdom or anything like that?
Big bad Bolingbrook girls from Romeoville. Go get them. It's your year.
Yeah.
It's your year, Romeoville. You guys grew up together. Now it's your pinnacle of your season right here. Tuesday night, Oswego. Congratulations.
Well, I do have one request, and that is that
Wait.
that I am going to put on my Bolingbrook shirt here. Let's get it on. You know, here we go. Oh, and look at that. Coach Tone's got his own shirt he can wear now.
Now see.
Are you going to put it on, or are you just going to look at it?
Now see, girls.
See.
Now see, he's looking at a Bolingbrook football shirt. He got hit in the head at his boxing thing one too many times. Okay.
Yeah, I get
see
hit.
This?
You know, only in the jaw.
With Greatness has no limits, girls. Romeoville Lady Spartans. Lady Spartans. Okay? It's your year. Pinnacle Gang Tuesday night. Go get them. That's all I got to say.
And just on a side note, you know, I'd like to see maybe another I don't know, another shirt.
Don't get him one. Don't get him one because he don't deserve it. Okay, he's wearing this Bolingbrook shirt. Well, me and him are from the Ville.
I don't think, honestly, I don't think you guys can win. Sorry, I think Bolingbrook's going to smack them around a little bit. I think the score's going to be somewhere along the lines of like, what do you know? I got the.
All right. Hey.
Wait.
Romeoville girls, you know, basketball team fans. When he walks in the building, boo the heck out of him. Okay, just boo him. That's all I gotta say.
What do you say, Magic 8 Ball? What will be the spread when Bolingbrook whips up on Romeoville this Tuesday in Oswego? What's the spread? Well, not near as bad as it was against Plainfield North. Hey, it isn't very good.
Okay, let's venture back into time.
This is a 20-point win for Bolingbrook. Have a nice day.
Let's venture back into time. Let's go to the previous Cheap Seats when we did the Lincoln Way East Bolingbrook thing. Okay, who won?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All I can say.
I feel that confident that you girls are going to go out there and take that game.
I'm just as confident that Bolingbrook has been laying in wait like a panther waiting for their
blah 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 blah,
and they're just going to go smack. They'll lay it down. They're going to be sectional champions, and they're going to win by more than 20.
I don't think so.
By more than 20.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
I think it's going to be a score of like 68 to 42, something like that.
I see Abby Smith hitting a 3-pointer to win the game. I saw it in my sleep. I sleep on the couch too.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, hey, listen. I guess we got we got our showdown. We'll find out on Tuesday which one's going to get booed and which one's going to get jeered or cheered.
Get him, boo him, boo him, girls. He comes
Don't
in,
boo me, boo him.
Boo him, girls.
Boo him.
Okay.
Right.
I like the Bolingbrook Raiders, Lady Raiders too, but Romeoville Lady Spartans. This is your year. Go get them.
Hey, we want to thank you again for joining us. Catch us next week right here, as usual. Same time, same place.
Same time, same place.
Same
Cheap
place
seats.
for now, anyhow.
Yeah, right now.
For right now, it's the Nest is here.
Nest is
Nest
here.
is going to change. Maybe we'll be moving somewhere else, but maybe we're going to be on something.
Maybe.
We're not moving to a different channel though. We'll always be here.
Same time, same place. Have an outstanding week. Stay safe. Be nice to everybody. Romeoville Lady Spartans, go get them.
We'll catch you next week right here on Cheap Seats.